Well, my crew, the holidays are over, but winter is still in full effect here in the Northern Hemisphere, which means most of us boaters, well, we're still out there riding on top of the water versus getting in it. Welcome back, crew, to this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week, and today we're going to talk a little about that, different ways that boaters find themselves in the water. Now, obviously, the most common way a boater's going to find themselves getting in the drink, that's going to be jumping in to probably take a swim. But today we're going to focus on some of the less common methods and reasons why a boater might be there, kind of like this one here. This crew, they're putting in a great effort to try and get this boat launched. Obviously, they're doing this for a reason. Even the jet ski we just saw as they passed is sitting on the beach, which means for some reason, it is not quite safe to back a vehicle into this water, which means they'll have to use a less traditional method such as we just saw to get the boat launched. Now, there are some advantages to that less traditional method that they use. One, you don't have to be all that skilled at backing a trailer up. It's a whole lot easier to push one back by hand in a straight line than it is to try and back one down the ramp, as many of you have probably seen around your local boat ramps. Two, they knew they were going to wind up in the drink, they were prepared. So unlike some other ways, kind of like we see here, you could wind up in the drink where you're not quite as prepared and things go a little more wrong. Now, it's pretty obvious from this video that the guys on the boat, it's not their truck that is sinking into the water, because if it was their truck that was going into the drink, there'd probably be a little more serious or somber tone on the boat, or maybe even somebody trying to start the boat to go ahead and try and push the truck back out of the water, but not for that crew. Now, there's plenty of other ways to wind up in the drink down at the boat ramp. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be launching the boat. You could be trying to bring it back in, or in this crew's case, trying to save yourself before the boat goes down. One of my favorite parts of this clip is everybody abandons ship except for the chick. She's the only one who decides to stay on and go down with the boat. Right here, we're going to see all three guys who are on the vessel, including the captain. They've already evacuated. They've abandoned ship and just left her sitting there by herself to go down with the ship into the drink. And speaking of drinks, maybe you don't feel like getting in the water. You'd rather just sit on the boat and enjoy a drink. If so, what better way to do that than with a Drain Plug Mafia tumbler? And today, we're going to start the new year off right, and we're going to do a giveaway. That's right, really simple. All you have to do, hit the like button now, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and leave a comment below. And we're going to pick one of our favorite comments, and somebody's going to start the new year off heading down the right path, winning a free Drain Plug Mafia tumbler. Now, however, if you would prefer to get in the water, as we've been talking about in the video, here's another way you can perform that task, and that's by going out there and getting on the wrong boat. Now, when we say getting on the wrong boat, I don't mean by getting on the physical wrong vessel, like the vessel you're not supposed to be on, but maybe getting on a vessel with a buddy who secretly you didn't know is one of those old full send boys. Now, they can be hard to spot sometimes, and they can send it at the most inopportune times, so you've always got to be on the watch, especially if you're out there and you know your buddy can have those tendencies. So even when you're out there fishing, enjoying the day, and the boat's not moving, if he's anywhere near the helm, you better have those toes hooked under the tow rail, or you better have something to hang on to, or you could find yourself in the drink like we've been talking about. Now, full send captains come in all different shapes and sizes and on all kinds of vessels, so just because the vessel looks like it's not a full send type boat doesn't mean you're not going to get one of those captains who likes to try and send her anyway. And especially if there's a bunch of you on the boat, well, that full send guy will put you all in danger, so everybody needs to hang on, because remember, there's no real brakes on a boat, and you always got to keep your head on a swivel when you're around those full send guys, because if things are going wrong, you need to do exactly what we've been talking about in this video, which is go ahead and abandon ship, get yourself into the water, and out of that full send captain's boat before things get out of hand and you can't abandon ship. Now, as much as I want to tell you the full send boys are the only ones you got to watch out for out there in the water that might have you in the drink, that's just not the case. There are plenty of Guggen captains out there in this world who will find a way to get you wet instead of being just out there on the boat. So you always got to pay attention when you get invited for a day out on the water with your friends. Really think about it. Think about that friend that's inviting you. Is this the kind of person around the office who always seems to be in mischief, always up to no good? Is this the person you really want to spend your day out on the boat with? Now, so far, we've spent our time exploring the unique ways you could find yourself in the water while you're out enjoying a day of boating. But that bears the question, do you have to be on a boat to enjoy a day in the water? And the answer to that is no. As boaters, we're ambassadors of the water, and we will do everything in our power to find ways to get people in the water, whether they're on our boat or not. All it takes is a little precision precision, a little accuracy, and you can get those people out on the shore into the water as well. But no matter what you do when you're out on the boat, if you decide to get in the drink, just be sure you do it safe. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here, just like Anik Bishop, Corsican Fisher, Dennis Unitas, Barcos Lashad, Miami Boat Ramps, Shane Bull, and TR Cuts did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.